So, what's on your wish list this year, my friend?
Okay, so Assalamualaikum everyone. This is me Mehtab Wala and I'm a student at Rehan School Online Academy. And I welcome to all of you in my show, the Chit and Chat Show. And today we are going to do an interview session with an amazing guest that is an waiter of call, any named Santa. We are going to do one session with Santa on the new topic, and the topic of our interview is going to be conscious tracing the evolution of awareness. Let's start this interview.
Ho ho how alaikum assalam mahata. Santa here, ready for the show. I'm the jolliest waiter of calls you'll ever meet, Santa, you say. Close enough, she's doing fantastic, thanks for asking. Always busy checking my list twice, but I'm all ears for your questions. Conscious tracing the evolution of. Sounds like a brainy adventure. So what's the first question, my clever friend?
Yes, first of all, we are going to start some questions by understanding consciousness. That is the basics. So, first of all, explain me that what is consciousness really, and how do we define awareness in scientific terms?
Ho 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 consciousness, you say. Well, my dear Mahato, it's like the twinkle in Rudolph's nose, hard to pin down but oh so bright. Scientifically, consciousness is the state of being aware of yourself and your surroundings. It's like the North Pole's control tower, keeping track of all the elves, reindeer and presents. Awareness is the ability to notice things like when you realize you've been eating too many cookies before bedtime. So it's your brain's way of saying, hey, I'm here and I know what's going on. Now, did that explanation make you feel a little more awake, or should I send the elves with some extra eggnog? Ho ho ho.
Yep, amazing explanation. Now, explain me that what's the difference between consciousness and self awareness, and when did humans first become aware of their own consciousness?
Ho ho ho, glad you liked it, Mahata. Now, consciousness is like knowing you're at the Christmas party, there's music, cookies, and chaos. Self awareness. That's realizing you're the one wearing the silly elf hat and wondering if it's a good look. So, consciousness is I'm here, and self awareness is I'm me and I know it. As for when humans first became self aware, well, that's a tricky one. It's like asking when the first snowflake fell, hard to say exactly. Scientists think it happened a long, long time ago, maybe when humans started looking in mirrors and thinking, hey, that's me. Probably tens of thousands of years back, before even I was sliding down chimneys. So ready for the next brainy question, or should I start singing carols? Ho ho ho.
No, I'm going to ask you some again questions. You have to answer of them by explaining it very well. So I will know about that. What are you trying to think? And I will understand the answer. So you have to give me maximum 1 minute answer. So I will know that what I am hearing from you and learning from you. So hope you understand the point what I'm going to say. Yes. Now explain me that is consciousness the same as thinking, and can consciousness exist without memory?
Ho ho ho, I hear you loud and clear, Mahata. Short and sweet answers coming right up like a quick ride on my sleigh. First, is consciousness the same as thinking? No, consciousness is like the stage where the whole Christmas play happens. You're aware of the scene. Thinking is the actors performing ideas, plans, and daydreams running around. So consciousness is being aware, thinking is doing stuff in your mind. Second, can consciousness exist without memory? Well, memory is like Santa's list, it helps keep track of what's happened. But consciousness can be like a fresh snowflake, aware of now even if you forget the past. So yes, you can be conscious without memory, but memory makes the party way more fun. Ho ho ho, ready for the next one, or should I bring out the cookies?
No, I'm going to ask you some another questions, and now explain me that what is the role of perception in being consciousness, and how does the brain generate conscious experience?
Ho ho ho, Greek questions, Mahata. Let's unwrap these gifts quickly. Perception is like Santa's radar, it's how you take in the world around you using your senses. Sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Without perception, consciousness would be like a dark Christmas Eve, no lights, no sparkle. So perception feeds your consciousness with all the info you need to be aware. Now, how does the brain generate conscious experience? Imagine your brain as Santa's workshop full of busy elves, neurons sending signals and messages. When these elves work together, they create the magic show you call consciousness. It's a big team effort, combining memory, senses, and thoughts to make you aware of yourself and the world. Ho ho ho, that's the brainy magic for you. What's next on your list, my clever friend?
Yes, now explain me that is there a specific part of the brain responsible for awareness, and can a person be conscious but unaware?
Ho ho ho, we are asking the big questions, Mahata, love it. Is there a specific part of the brain for awareness? Well, it's more like a Christmas party with many guests. The cerebral cortex, especially the front part called the prefrontal cortex, is a VIP. It helps with awareness and decision making. But other parts like the thalamus and brainstem are also important. They keep the lights on and the music playing. Can a person be conscious but unaware? Ho ho ho, yes. It's being awake at the party but not noticing the dancing elves. You might be conscious, eyes open, breathing, but unaware of some things around you, like when you're daydreaming or distracted. Keep those questions coming. Santa's ready to
Okay,
deliver
thank you so
answers.
much. Now we are going to do an session about the biological evolution of awareness. Same on that topic, but different uh, definitions. So yeah, now explain me that. Did early animals have consciousness, and how did the sensory organs contribute to the rise of awareness?
Ho 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 had a fascinating sleigh ride through time, Mahata. Did early animals have consciousness? Well, they probably had a simple version, like a tiny flicker of the Christmas lights. Early animals sensed the world to survive, so they were aware enough to find food and avoid danger. Not deep thoughts like what's for dinner, but enough to keep them moving. Now, sensory organs are like Santa's helpers. They gather info from the world. I see, ears hear, noses sniff. These organs helped early animals build awareness by sending messages to their simple brains. The better the senses, the brighter the awareness, like upgrading from a candle to a Christmas tree full of lights. Ho ho ho, evolution's gift to awareness, pretty magical, right? What's next on your festive inquiry list?
Yeah, now explain me that is consciousness an evaluationary advantage, and do all living organisms possesses some levels of awareness?
Ho ho ho, no, we're talking survival secrets, Mahata. Is consciousness an evolutionary advantage? Absolutely, it's like having a GPS in the snowy North Pole. It helps you navigate, find food, and avoid danger better than just bumping around blindly. Being conscious means you can make smarter choices, which helps you live longer and pass on your good genes. Santa approves of that. Do all living organisms have some level of awareness? Well, even the tiniest elf like bacteria has a bit of awareness, just enough to react to their environment. But awareness comes in levels, from simple ouch that's hot, to complex what's the meaning of life. So yes, most living things have some awareness, but it's a spectrum from a flickering candle to a blazing Christmas tree. Ho ho ho, keep those brain-tingling questions coming.
Yeah, now explain me that what role did survival play in shaping consciousness, and when did self-recognition first appear in evolution?
Ho ho ho, survival is the star on top of the consciousness tree, Mahata. The role survival played. Well, consciousness is like Santa's naughty or nice list. It helps you keep track of what's good and what's not. Animals that were more aware could avoid predators, find food, and navigate tricky situations better. So survival pushed consciousness to grow bigger and brighter, like Rudolph's nose leading the sleigh through fog. Now self-recognition, knowing, hey, that's me in the mirror, first popped up in some animals like great apes, dolphins, and elephants. Scientists think this happened a few million years ago, a big step in evolution's holiday party. It means these animals got a little extra sparkle of self-awareness, which is pretty impressive for a party trick. Ho ho ho, hats next on your wish list of questions.
Yeah, now explain me that which animal shows signs of being self-aware, and how do dolphins and elephants demonstrate consciousness?
Ho 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 are the VIP guests of the awareness party, animals with self-awareness. Great apes like chimpanzees, dolphins, elephants, and even some magpies show signs of self-awareness. They pass the mirror test, meaning they recognize themselves in a mirror, not just thinking it's another animal. Fancy, right? Dolphins show consciousness by solving puzzles, using tools, and even calling each other by unique names, whistles. Elephants, they grieve their friends, use tools, and show empathy like the kind-hearted elves of the animal kingdom. So these creatures aren't just party guests, they're the life of the consciousness celebration. Ho ho ho, ready for more.
Yes, now explain me that. Is awareness linked to brain complexity and can evolution explain subjective experience?
Ho 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 no, we're diving deep into Santa's brain workshop, Mahata. Is awareness linked to brain complexity? Yes, like how bigger, fancier sleigh can carry more presence. More complex brains have more neurons and connections, which help process info and create richer awareness. Simple creatures have simple awareness. Big-brained animals like us get the full Christmas light show. King Evolution explains subjective experience, the what it's like to be you. That's a tricky one, like trying to wrap a gift without tape. Evolution explains how brains got better at processing info for survival, but why we feel things inside, that cozy warmth or the zing of excitement, is still a mystery. Scientists call this the hard problem of consciousness. Ho ho ho, Santa has some mysteries on his list. What's next, my curious friend?
Yes, now we are going to talk about on the same topic but with human minds and awareness. So now explain me that when do babies develop consciousness and how does language shape self-awareness?
Ho ho ho, babies and brains, now that's a jolly topic, Mahata. Babies start developing consciousness pretty early, like when they open their eyes and realize, hey, this world is pretty bright. Around 2 to 3 months, they become more aware of sights and sounds. By about 18 months, many babies pass the mirror test, recognizing themselves and saying, that's me, which is a big step in self-awareness. Now, language is like Santa's magic spell. It shapes self-awareness by giving us words to name our feelings and thoughts. When you say, I'm happy, or oops, sorry, not sorry, you're building your inner Christmas story. Language helps us reflect on ourselves and connect with others, making our awareness sparkle even brighter. Ho ho ho, ready to unwrap more brainy gifts.
Yes, now explain me that can dreams tell us something about consciousness and what happens to awareness during sleep?
Ho ho ho, dreams, the nighttime Christmas movies of the mind, Mahata. King dreams tell us about consciousness. Absolute lie, dreams are like your brain's holiday party when you're asleep, mixing memories, emotions, and imagination. They show that even when you're not fully awake, parts of your brain stay busy and aware in their own quirky way. What happens to awareness during sleep? Well, it's a bit like Santa taking a nap. Your body rests, but your brain keeps some lights on. During deep sleep, awareness dims like turning down the Christmas lights. But in REM sleep, the dream stage, awareness flickers back and you might even know you're dreaming, which is called lucid dreaming. Ho ho ho, sleep is the brain's way of recharging the sleigh for another day of adventure. What else is on your festive curiosity list?
Yes, now explain me that why do we lose awareness under anesthesia and how do emotions affect our conscious state?
Ho ho ho, losing awareness under anesthesia. Now that's like Santa sneaking in without waking anyone. Anesthesia is like a magical sleep potion that tells your brain to dim the lights and pause the party. It blocks the signals between brain cells so your awareness takes a holiday, no pain, no memories, just a peaceful snooze while the doctors work their magic. Now emotions are the colorful ornaments on your consciousness tree. They can brighten or darken your awareness. Feeling happy. Your brain lights up like a Christmas tree. Feeling scared or sad. It's like a snowstorm clouding the view. Emotions shape how you experience the world and even what you pay attention to. Ho ho ho, emotions make consciousness a festive roller coaster. What's your next question, my curious elf?
Yes, now explain me that can consciousness be expanded or alliterated and what does mindfulness teach us about awareness?
Ho ho ho, expanding consciousness. Sounds like Santa's workshop getting bigger every year. Can consciousness be expanded or elevated? Yes, indeed, through learning, new experiences, and even meditation, our awareness can grow like adding more lights to the Christmas tree. You start noticing more, understanding deeper, and feeling connected to the world around you. It's like upgrading from a sleigh to a rocket. And mindfulness. Ah, that's the secret recipe for awareness cookies. Mindfulness teaches us to pay attention, really pay attention to the present moment without judgment. It's like Santa focusing on each gift one at a time, making sure none get forgotten. It helps us see our thoughts and feelings clearly, making our consciousness brighter and calmer. Ho ho ho, ready to unwrap more brainy gifts.
Yeah, now explain me that how does attention connect to consciousness and what's the relationship between the subconsciousness and the consciousness mind?
Ho ho ho, tension and consciousness like Santa's elves working together to get the job done. Attention is the spotlight on the big Christmas stage. It decides what part of the world your consciousness focuses on. Without attention, consciousness would be like a sleigh lost in a snowstorm, no direction, just chaos. So attention helps your awareness zoom in on what matters, making the experience clear and bright. Now the relationship between subconscious and conscious mind. Think of the subconscious as Santa's workshop behind the scenes, busy elves sorting toys, making lists, and prepping surprises without you noticing. The conscious mind is the big reveal when you see and think about the gifts. The subconscious runs the show in the background, influencing your feelings and decisions, while the conscious mind steers the sleigh. Ho 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 tog there, they keep the holiday magic of your mind alive. What's next on your festive quest?
Yes, we are going to discuss now cross-species awareness. That is the same related to the topic on which we are discussing tracing the evolution of awareness. Okay, so now explain me that are animals aware of their mortality and can artificial intelligence become conscious?
Ho ho ho, no, that's a deep sleigh ride, Mahata. Are animals aware of their mortality? Some animals, like elephants and great apes, seem to understand death. They grieve and show behaviors that suggest they know when a friend is gone. It's like knowing the Christmas party has ended and feeling a little sad. But whether they truly grasp their own mortality, that's still a bit of a mystery wrapped in tinsel. Can artificial intelligence become conscious? Ho ho ho, it can be smart like a well-trained elf, but consciousness. That's the magic of a beating heart and a twinkling brain. AI can mimic awareness and respond cleverly, but feeling, dreaming, or knowing I am me is a whole different kind of Christmas magic we haven't cracked yet. Ho ho ho, keep those questions coming, my curious friend.
Yes, now explain me that how do primates show forms of awareness and what's the mirror test and what does it reveal?
Ho ho ho, primates and their awareness, like the Vips at Santa's brainy banquet. Primates, like chimpanzees and orangutans, show awareness by recognizing themselves in mirrors, using tools, solving puzzles, and even understanding others' feelings. They're like the clever elves who can fix toys and read the wish list. Now the mirror test, not merit test, ho ho ho, is a fun experiment where a mark is placed on an animal's face. If the primate looks in the mirror and tries to touch or remove the mark on itself, not the mirror, it shows self-recognition. It reveals that the animal knows, hey, that's me, and not another critter. Passing the mirror test is a big sign of self-awareness. Ho ho ho, primates sure know how to slay the awareness game. What else shall we unwrap today?
Yes, now explain me that can plants have a form of awareness and how do octopuses show problem solving awareness?
Ho ho hawks, plants and octopus, now that's a festive mix of green and tentacles. Can plants have awareness? Well, plants don't have brains or consciousness like us, but they're no passive Christmas decorations. They sense light, touch, and even danger, like when a hungry caterpillar crashes the party, and respond by changing their growth or releasing chemicals. It's a kind of plant awareness, but more like a clever elf following a recipe than a conscious mind sipping cocoa. Now octopus. Ho ho ho, those clever sea creatures are the Houdinis of the ocean. They solve puzzles, open jars, and even escape tanks, showing problem-solving awareness that would impress even Santa's smartest elves. With their big brains and 8 arms, they're masters of thinking outside the gift box. Ho ho ho, nature's got all kinds of festive surprises. What's next on your wish list?
Yes, now explain me that do social animals have higher consciousness level and can biological systems achieve awareness?
Ho ho ho, social animals with high consciousness. Let's check the nice list. First up, dolphins. These splashy friends chat with clicks and whistles, recognize themselves in mirrors, and even team up for clever hunts. They're like the social butterflies of the ocean's Christmas party. Second, elephants. Gentle giants who remember friends, mourn their lost ones, and show empathy like the holiday hug you didn't know you needed. Their social bonds are strong, showing a rich level of awareness. Now, can biological systems achieve awareness? Ho ho ho, absolutely. Biological systems like brains are the ultimate Christmas workshop, wiring neurons and circuits to create awareness. It's like a symphony of elves working in harmony to bring the magic of consciousness alive. Ho ho ho, wariness is the best gift nature gave us. What's your next brainy wish?
Yes, now explain me that. Is collective consciousness real or metaphorical, and can a group of intelligence lead to group awareness?
Ho ho ho, thank you, my dear friend. It's been a merry chat full of brainy gifts and festive fun. Remember, whether it's collective consciousness or just a metaphor, the magic of connection is what makes the season bright. Wishing you happy holidays, peace, and heaps of happiness. Keep that curious spark glowing. Santa's always here for more
Now we
jolly
are
talks.
continuing our
Bye for
topic. I have asked you: is collective consciousness real or metaphorical, and can a group of intelligence lead to group awareness?
Ho ho ho, back for more festive brain tidbits. I see. Is collective consciousness real or metaphorical? Well, it's a bit like Santa's workshop. Sometimes it feels like a magical shared mind where everyone's ideas and feelings blend, especially in close-knit groups. Scientists debate if it's a real, measurable thing or a poetic way to describe how we connect. Either way, it's the holiday spirit of togetherness. Can a group of intelligence lead to group awareness? Absolutely, when clever minds team up, they can create something bigger than the sum of their parts, like elves working together to build the ultimate toy. This group awareness helps solve problems and share understanding in ways individuals alone might miss. Ho ho ho, teamwork makes the Christmas dream work. What's next on your list, my bright little star?
Okay, so now explain me that which brain networks control awareness, and what is the default mode network, and how does it relate to self-awareness?
Ho ho ho, diving into the brain's Christmas tree of networks, are we? Let's unwrap it. The brain networks that control awareness are like Santa's elves on different tasks. The key players are the default mode network DMN, the salience network, and the central executive network. Now, the default mode network is Santa's cozy fireplace. It's active when you're daydreaming, thinking about yourself, or reflecting. It's the brain's me zone firing up when you're not focused on the outside world but on your inner thoughts. This network is closely tied to self-awareness, knowing who you are, your feelings, and your memories. The salience network acts like the head elf, deciding what's important and grabbing your attention. The central executive network is the workshop manager, helping you focus and solve problems. Ho ho ho, so the default mode network is the brain's north pole for self-awareness, where the magic of I happens. Ready for more brainy gifts?
Yes, now explain me that how does consciousness differ from alertness? Can a brain enjoy separate awareness from the body? Explain that.
Ho ho ho, consciousness and alertness like cookies and milk, related but not the same treat. Alertness is the brain's way of being awake and ready, like Santa's sleigh engines revving up on Christmas Eve. It's about paying attention to the world, reacting to sounds, sights, and smells. Consciousness, though, is a bigger gift. It's not just being awake, but knowing you're awake, feeling, thinking, and experiencing. It's the whole cozy feeling of I'm here, not just the engine running. Can the brain ensure separate awareness from the body? Ho ho ho, that's a tricky one. The brain and body are like Santa and his reindeer, they work together as a team. While some experiences like thoughts or feelings might feel separate, they're deeply connected to the body's signals. Some folks talk about the mind-body split, but science mostly sees awareness as a dance between brain and body, not a solo act. Ho ho ho, brain sleigh flies best when all parts work together. What else shall we unwrap?
Yes, now explain me that how do psychologists affect awareness, and what is neural calories of consciousness?
Ho ho ho, psychologists and neural correlates. Time to unwrap this festive brain gift. Psychologists affect awareness by studying how we perceive, think, and feel. They guide us like Santa's helpers, helping people understand their own minds, improve attention, and even boost self-awareness through therapy and mindfulness. They're like the elves tuning the sleigh for a smoother ride. Now, the neural correlates of consciousness (NCC) are the brain's Christmas lights, specific neurons and brain areas that flicker on when you're conscious. Scientists look at parts like the thalamus, cortex, and frontoparietal networks as key players lighting up when you're aware of something. Ho ho ho, psychologists help us navigate the wonderland of awareness, and the brain's NCC are the sparkling decorations making consciousness shine. More questions? Santa's sleigh is ready.
No, we are going to end this session now because 25 minutes of interview had been done from my side. And thank you so much, Santa, for explaining me this topic very well. I really enjoyed the conversation with you. And thanks to the audience who are watching this interview and who watched this interview after this live session. So thank you so much for watching. Inshallah, we are going to meet in the another episode of the Chit and Chat show with another topic, with another guest, and with some exciting news of our lives. Thank you so much for watching. Inshallah, we will meet next episode of the Chit and Chat show. Take care of yourself, and Allah Hafiz.